ויהי בימי אחשוורוש, הוא אחשוורוש, המלך מהוד ועד כוש, 7 יום מדינה. And it was in the days of Achashverosh, who Achashverosh, that ruled from Hodun to Cush 7 and 20 and 100 Medinos, which is provinces, 127 provinces. בימים ההם כשבס המלך אחשוורוש על כיסא מלכותו אשר בשושן הבירה. In those days, when King Achashverosh sat on the throne, al kisei malchuso, of his chair of honor, that was in a place called Shushan Habira. Bishnas shalosh lemalcho, in the 3rd year of his ruling. Asa mishteh, he made a party. B'chosar av avadav, to all his officers and his maidservants. Chel paras and Madai, the army of Persia and Madai. Aparte mim v'sarei amdinos lefanov, and all the important ministers and heads of kingdoms were present. Beharoso, as Oshar Kavon Malchuso, he was able to show off his riches, his honor of his kingdom. Vesyakar, and his majesty, Tiferes, his splendor. Gedula so, of his kingdom. Yamim Rabim, many days. Shmonim Umas Yom, 180 days. Uemlos Hayamim Ha'ela, and when the days of the party were being complete. Also Hamelech, that the king made. L'chol Amanim, to everyone that was found. B'Shushan Habira, and Shushan Habira. L'migadol vad katan, to the big and to the small, for everyone. Mishteh Shvasamim, made an additional party for 7 days. Bagatzar, in the courtyard. Kinas Bisan Hamalach, of the king's palace garden. Chor, with white. Karpas, and green. Usechelas, and Tchelas, bluish. Achos, embroidered. Achos, I guess, means there was a tide. Bechavlivots, with embroidered cords. Try to get the exact words. Achos, that were tied, bechavlivots, with cords of linen. Okay. Vargamon, and purple wool. Agalile chasef, on silver rods. Vamudei sheish, and marble columns. Mitos, couches, the beds. Zahav chasef, of gold and silver. Al ritzifas bahat vasheish v'dar v'sochares, on a floor of a certain material, and marble, and rows and circles. Vehashkos b'chlei zahav, and with drinks that were served in golden vessels. V'chelem mikelem shonem, and vessels that were, and drinks that were served in golden vessels, and each of the vessels were different from all the other vessels. They were unique. Vein malchos, and the royal wine. Rav, was it abundant. Kiyad hamelach, according to the king's means. Vashasiyachada seinones, there was no drinking rule enforced. Kichein, for this is what the king had established. Yisad HaMelech Al Kol Rabbi So on all kingdom Lasso Skirtzon Ish Va'ish to ask and do upon each person in the kingdom whatever they want to eat, whatever they want to drink. That's what they have to, no more. Gam Vashti Amalkam, also Vashti the queen. Also saw Shtein Hashem, she made a party for women. Beis Hamalchos, in the royal house. Ashar Lamalach Achashverosh's house. Bayom Ashvi'i on the 7th day. Kitev Levamalach Bayoyin, when it was good, the heart of the king with wine. It was filled with wine. Amar, he said to Haman. He said to Haman, Biz Sacharvona, and these are people. Who are these people? Shev'as Asarisim, the 7 heads. Amasharisim of that were ruling. Espnei Achashverosh, the kingdom of Achashverosh. And he said, Lavi Esashti Hamalka, to bring Vashti Hamalka. Lefnei Malach Bechaser Malchos, before the king. Bechaser Malchos, with the royal crown. La'aros Asamim Basarim Esyafya, so the officers in the nations should see her beauty. Kutavas Marahi, because she's beautiful. Vatima'en, but she refused. Tamakashi Lavo B'dvar Malach, to come like the words of the king. Asher B'yasar Sim, that was with the officers. Like Sof Hamalach Mode, and the king became very angry. Vachamaso, and extremely angry. Maravo, and rage burned within him. Vayomer Hamalach, and the king said, Lachachamim Yodeitim, to the advisors. Kichin Devar Malach Lefnei Kol Yodei Dasodin, because it's normal for a king to practice and consult with all his advisors. V'karoi v'lov kasher nasizon mashas hashes meres musanam muchon sheva asarei pesmadai roi b'nei malach asher mishra b'malchos. And the closest to him were Kashranachi said Masas Hashes Meres Marsan Muchon. These were the 7 of the officers and ministers of Persia and Medina, and they were in contact with the king, and they ranked the highest in the kingdom. Kidas Malasos, what should we rule to do? B'malka with this woman Vashti. Because she didn't do it. What Achashverosh commanded. Biyad Asar on the hand of the officers. And Haman said, before the king and the officers, Lo al hamalach levado, not just on the king does this lie on alone. Avsa Vashti Hamalka, the sin that this woman just did. Kelkasarim, rather on all the officers. Veskolamim, and all the kingdoms. Asher b'chomlinos, that are all in the provinces. Hamal Achashverosh, on the king of Achashverosh. Ki said Hamalka, when the word gets out that she refused. Hakol and Hashem, to all the women. Lavzos v'alihen, to refuse what their husband wants. B'einehen, in their eyes. V'amram, when they will say, Hamal Achashverosh Amar, Achashverosh said, Lavi Sashti Hamalka Levana Vilova, to bring Vashti, and she didn't come, she refused. So we could also refuse our husbands. Vayom Hazeh, on this very day, tomorrow, no, people are saying this. Saros Paras Madai, to officers and to in Paras and Madai. Asher Shemos of Hamalka, that heard the words of the queen. L'chosarei Hamalach, to all the officers of the king. Uchtai Bizeon V'Kotzev, and there's going to be a lot of scorning and anger. Emal Malach Tov, if it pleases the king. Yetzei Ramachos Milfanov, and if he's able to offer an order and issue by him. Vikasev, and Terai Bedase, Vikasev, Bedase Persamandai, Velo Yavar, inscribed in the laws of Parsa Medina, let it be not revoked. Like he gives a letter, that's a decree. Asher lo savo Vashiv, because Vashti didn't come out. Lefnei Melech Ashrosh, Umalchusa Yitena Melech, and she should never come before the king. Larissa Tabal Mimena, and let's give the royal position to someone who deserves it. Vinishma, and let the decision. Piskam Machshayasa B'Chamalso, and let the decision of the king that he will do in all of his kingdom. Kirabahi, let it be heard throughout the entire kingdom. And all the women will give respect and honor to their husbands, regardless, big or small, when they hear that he's replacing his wife. Because of this. Vayitav hadavar, and Achshverosh liked this idea. B'nei malach v'asarim, v'yasa malach kedvar mimuchan, v'yashlach safarim al kol medinos hamalach, al kol medina u'medina kichsava, ve'al ambam kilshano, lios kol ish sar v'vesol, daber kilshonamo, that every man and master in his household, that they could speak the language of their own people and see the notice from the king.